What's good, YouTube? Ricky Fontaine back with another episode of Ricky Fontaine On, and today I am on the disaster that is the Atlanta Falcons football team. We're going to talk about the L they took today, yet another blown lead in the fourth quarter against the Chicago Bears and Nick Foles, who's all of a sudden Superman. Don't forget to like this video, comment if you like, but let's get down to business. Today, my Atlanta Falcons blew yet another lead and lost, this time to the Chicago Bears, 30-26. Blew another 14-point lead. They blew another fourth quarter lead. It wasn't 14 points. I wish it was 16. 16-point lead that you blew again to a team that they're decent, but they really couldn't move the ball as much. Even when they subbed Mitch Trubisky and put in Nick Foles, the defense was doing a pretty good job. They held them to 10 points through the third quarter or whatever. I mean, yet another pathetic display as a National Football League team. It's so frustrating. I mean, this team reminds me of a bad relationship. I mean, Atlanta Falcons, you hurt people. Okay? I mean, you tell us that you're going to do better and you're going to work, and the only thing that you can do is work from here, and the season is not made in 2 games and all that other BS. So you work at it and you get better, and it shows up too. I mean, at the beginning of the game, you were doing well moving the ball. But then when you get comfortable, you start to take your foot off the gas and you're chilling, working on living off what you did. And it really wasn't anything, if you want to be honest. It was nothing. And that old Falcons team showed up again and allowed Nick Foles to turn into Superman. I mean, what kind of abuse is this? I mean, you guys say you're working hard and you're doing all the things and you're doing all the right plays and you're saying all the right things, but when it comes to Sunday and when you get in between those lines, you do well for 3 quarters. And then the fourth quarter, you take a break. It's ridiculous, man. I mean, it's Nick Foles. He took the Eagles to a Super Bowl. Matter of fact, he beat us in that first round. Second round? That year they went to the Super Bowl. He beat us. So he was familiar with us, so he can come in and be like, oh, I can move the ball against these guys. This is the same coach that blew the game in the playoffs a few years back. So I got this or whatever. Threw for 3 touchdowns. It could have been a 4th one if it wasn't for an overturned call. It was a good interception by Denard in the end zone, where they both went up, caught the ball at the same time, but Denard stripped it away on the way down and rolled through with the ball and got it. And it was Falcons' interception in the end zone, which was a great defensive play, by the way. But that could have been 4. Now it could have been 5, because Anthony Miller caught a touchdown pass that was brought back because he fumbled. He didn't have complete control of the ball. The ball hit the ground in the end zone, but he hurried up and got it up. They called it a touchdown at first, but review showed that the ball rolled around a little bit and it was no touchdown. That was potentially 6 touchdown. Well, 5 touchdown passes by Nick Foles in the second half on our defense. It's ridiculous. And if you watched last video, I said I was going to come back and I'm a man of my word, it is time to fire Dan Quinn. And now look, I'm not the advocate of people losing their job, especially in a time like this. And a part of me is wishing I wouldn't say anything like that, but I'm sorry. It's time for a change. It's time for a change. I mean, blown leads after mismanaging clock time, after mismanaging players, after bad play call. You're the head. You're the head, and you should take account for this. And I don't want to hear all these morale statements and stuff about you can't, it's only 3 games. Hell, we're gonna get 12 games in, and it's gonna be like, oh, it's only 12 games. Like, nobody wants to hear that. We want to see results. You have a good offense. Even though the offense couldn't they couldn't even get a first down really until that last possession when Matt Ryan overthrew his receiver and pretty much ended the game on an interception. You moved the ball then. But for the third quarter and the beginning of the fourth quarter, you forgot how to play football. And at this point, I'm all like, okay, do we get rid of the defensive coordinator too? Because, I mean, we done fired everybody else last year to put him into a position as a D coordinator, and they did good to finish the year or whatever, but that was a lost season. So what do you do at this point? I'm like, what do you do at this point? I would rather see what Dirk Cutter got and try to promote a young defensive coordinator or something, devote the D-line coach or something, and get them 2 out of here. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The play calling that you're calling in the fourth quarter when they're moving the balls, you're playing so safe, and then the game could have been over. 3 people was around the ball, getting ready to intercept the ball, and it went through somebody's hand, but Deion Jones bumped into his legs, what made him flip in the air and miss the ball, and somebody caught it behind them. He threw it into triple coverage, and that was a clean pick. But you have boneheaded Three Stooges like possessions like that, and they get a good gain, and they go down and score a touchdown. But Ricky, it's not the coaches, it's the players, because the players got it. Yes, they have to be accountable for it too, and some other things have to happen in the weeks to our next game, and I think our next game is against Green Bay again on TV. This is the 3rd straight week the Falcons have been on TV in Memphis. I don't think that's happened for a long time. And we're 0-3. Please take us off in Memphis. I'd rather try to go to a bar and find them, and maybe there'll be a change of scenery, and it'll help win or whatever. Take them off in Memphis. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see it no more. Then we got Green Bay, and I think that's going to be either Monday night or a Sunday night football game. I don't remember, and who cares? They might get up for that. And they may get their ass kicked on that too. Who knows? But going into that game, Arthur Blank, you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to shake some stuff up to get these guys going. And Dan Quinn is no longer the answer. You said it yourself. You want playoffs. And now it's the time to cut bait. Now it's the time to cut your losses right now, because you're 0-3, and you might be able to make a ridiculous push from here out, win 6-7 straight or whatever, and get to the playoffs. It might still happen, but right now, as constructed with who you got leading the team, DQ got to go. He got to go. We need to hear that in the next, we need to hear that by Monday when First Take hit, because I know Stephen A is about to kill us again. I mean, like, it hurts to hear somebody call your team the dumbest, stupidest team in sports history. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But I'm team Dirk Cutter at least, because he is the offense coordinator, and offensive coaches and stuff seem to be doing well. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing some things, but it's not that many defensive coordinators that have been really successful that I know of or whatever. We want an offensive coach. I'm sorry. We didn't have defensive coaches in here that take us places, and then we end up having losing seasons again. We need to change this up. We need an OC in there that's going to work towards our offensive strength, and have somebody just to do mediocre defense. I mean, just mid-pack defense. Instead of last, I'll take being in number 24th in the league in defense instead of 32 or whatever it is that we are, 31. Just make some kind of defensive thing and we will be okay. Now, we did have some injuries. We lost Grady Jarrett. We lost Russell Gage. We was already down Julio Jones. We are banged up. I get it, but it's next man up. Everything I've been reading this summer is the depth that we have and stuff like that. It's next man up. And you got to do what you have to do to not blow a lead like that to a team that you had down. And it's like Chicago knew they was going to come back and win, because in plays where it just looked like it would just piss the normal team off, they were cool, because it was just like, yo, these are dudes that blew the lead against the Cowboys. Like, so we got them. We get them in the fourth quarter. We got them. Sure enough, it happened. I'm done venting and stuff. I got other stuff I need to be doing today. Getting ready to do another video later on. But I wanted to jump on here and just talk about the embarrassment, which is the Atlanta Falcons. I'm still gonna be a team. That's still gonna be my squad. I'm not finna burn no jerseys. I paid for this stuff. I'm not finna tear down pictures and all the other stuff. That's just dumb. But as a fan, I got a right to say what I want to say. And unfortunately, it has to do with somebody happen to lose their job. And I'm sorry. It just has to happen. Don't forget to like this channel, subscribe to this channel, and like this video. And next week I'll be back with another video on probably us getting the brakes beat off us by Green Bay or whoever the hell we play next week. I don't know. But I'd rather lose that game with Dan Quinn not being the coach. I'm Ricky Fontaine. I'm pissed, but I'm out, man.